Oh look, 121.11. Oh yeah, that's right, we're on number 11 now. We're gonna keep going. So 11 is now the highest the patch number has ever been. Previous held record 1710, now broken by 121. So this obviously confirms that the Mounts of Mayhem update is going to be 121.11 and not 122, or whatever number that we expected it or assumed it to be. I mean, I don't think any of us truly thought it was gonna be 122. It's such a small update. I don't have a problem with them prioritizing smaller game drops over large game-changing updates overall, but retiring large game updates entirely seems like a really bad idea. Basically, the game drop system has given us more content to play with, but there is now this itching presumption that Mojang are not going to give us anything large or experimental in the future. I really don't know how true this is at all, but if you feel the same way, let me know. Is 1.22 never going to happen? We may have our answer already. Gonna share some stuff with you from Konohard MC, who's a lead developer at Mojang.
We've been on 1.21 for a while. It's been the longest we've had any version number. You know, you want a version number that works for both Bedrock and Java. It's going to be clear to the community what's going on. Make it obvious that it's game drops and not a big annual update like it used to be. Stay tuned. We'll have an official post on Minecraft.net that's going to explain what the new version numbers will be. I know a lot of people are expecting it to be a 1.22, but don't. We're doing game drops now. If we did 1.22, players would be expecting that to be a super duper update because we haven't had 1.21 was Tricky Trials. They would be expecting Tricky Trials plus more because it's been so long, and that no, we're doing game drops.
I don't know how to interpret this, man. Does that mean that we won't ever get a big update anymore? If they're always going to be game drops, are they just going to be little conceptual numbers they'll tack on to the end of the version numbering? How does that make you all feel? So with the final feature release of the year, I'm going to show you guys some new stuff that they've added. Here is a piglin that's not going to zombify. So the piglin's default weapon has always been the golden sword. However, this snapshot changes that ever so slightly. So if you provide the piglin the opportunity to hold a golden spear, they're going to do that. So if we grab the inventory of the piglin, you can see there's a golden sword inside there. The funny thing is, you can keep doing that. Gonna up the tick rate a little bit, just keep throwing golden swords on the ground. He'll just keep getting distracted, but he'll never switch out the spear for the golden sword at all. So after we filled up the inventory of the piglin, you can see he's just holding golden swords everywhere. Gonna mace this dude real quick, and you can see I just picked it all up again. So what? Did I just duplicate all the swords? There's a new alpha cutoff bias for texturing, which I messed around with a little bit. It's not really that strong. Other than that, I want to show you something rather glaring that was missed by the developers, and I think it was kind of funny that they didn't see it at all. Look at me. Anyway, here we go. So notice how, what is this hand? What are you pointing towards? Like here, pointing left. Why are you pointing? There's nothing there. What is over here? It's like, there's treasure here. Okay, there's treasure. There's no treasure. Anyway, this was obviously missed by the developers during the snapshot cycle. I don't know what's going on. The hand that's holding the spear is meant to be like that, not like that. The funny thing is, this only affects some mobs and not others, so the parts are doing it correctly. That's exactly what it's meant to look like. But for some reason, husks will have this natural proclivity to just point somewhere, and I don't know where. Over there. I don't know. This is 121.11. I don't know what's going to happen next year. It's not going to be 1.22, but does that mean that we're not going to get a big update anymore? The speculation is uncontrollable right now, just like these husk hands.